Hi again, Rosalind here. This is just a few minutes later. I looked at the video I did and it's doesn't show the potholes very well. Mostly it shows my dashboard. So I'm going to take you back and hopefully get some better footage here. One thing to remember is I can steer around the potholes and find flat places, but often that takes you on the wrong side of the road, so you are at risk of a head-on collision because there's so many corners. There's a little bit of washboard here, people coming up the hill. I'm going 22 kilometers an hour through here because I want to stay on my side of the road and not damage my car. Here's that spot where the road has fallen away again. It's quite steep there. You can see it's ready to drop some more of the road off the corner there. We got a bad spot here. This is on a school bus route. You can see how the road isn't able to drain properly. The grader comes by and does a little ditch on the side, but the culverts are mostly blocked, and there are parts where the slope comes right down to the road and the ditches just fill in fairly quickly, given that, well, I think the ditches were in good shape when we first moved here and the government looked after the road system, but since it's been privatized, there's been not much done. Our culvert at our driveway was replaced because in the spring it would turn into a creek and we had to use our four-wheel drive to get out to town. By the way, this is the only way out. This is a dead-end road. Yeah, so they replaced the culvert, but they didn't do it right, and it still doesn't drain any better than it did before. I used to go down there in the springtime and dig out the uphill side, which is how our property drains, to prevent it from flooding. And that worked, but I don't know why a private citizen has to go down and maintain the roadway. Anyway, nobody else is, and the road isn't draining properly. There's a culvert under here somewhere, right under me now. It sort of drains, but not very well. I'm going 52 now. The signs in this area say 70, but there's no way you'll ever get up to that unless you're a nutcase. Oh, here comes somebody. So this is our road, Alexander. I'm going by because I want to show you one of the bad spots here. Okay, this is where the school bus turns around. under this road here, this is it's Grange Road. Under here, there's a culvert that drains from there to there, or it tries to, but it can't because the road's been graded so much that the culvert is bare and it's cracked and it's too small to drain the water that comes down. So you can see the standing water there, that's where the culvert's supposed to drain, and it's not. So Diamond Rock is the steepest road in the neighborhood. It drains okay because it has a continuous slope essentially, but you can see where the water on the road is just draining down the road instead of off of the road, so it ruts the road. Here's a case in point. We've had a couple of rainfalls this week, and there's a delta where the stuff has come off, where the grader has tried to give us a ditch, and it's built its own dam and it's running back onto the road. In the winter, sometimes people have to park their cars at the bottom of the hill because it hasn't been sanded, and this gets very, very icy, and you could see the washboard that we have. So this is, we have it graded and it's okay for a couple of weeks, and then the potholes reemerge. And I'm going to go up the rest of Grange. There are very few people up in this little short spur, and you can tell the less the traffic and the nicer the slope, and if the road can drain like right there, we don't get potholes. So if the road properly drained, we would be better off, but as it is, we need grading. We should be grading every 6 weeks or so around here.